What's up, everybody? This is Coach SHA-PODCAST, man. SHA-PODCAST episode 7. That's my conversation with my man, Lincoln Perry, all running back, now Division I running back at Texas State University. Underdog to his soul, so-called undersized. Told he never played D1 football. He's too little. He's too blah, 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 blah. Boy just won MVP of the First Responders Bowl. When you see clips of this game, you see that boy cut up. He was the MVP for real. My man Lincoln Perry has been training with me since he was in 7th grade. Every offseason, he comes home, still checks in with me from time to time. Great relationship with the kids. He's like a son to me. You'll love his story. True underdog story. True motivation. Get off your ass. Get to work. Keep working. Never give up on yourself story. And it's a real story. So tune in to your podcast, episode 7.
On 2nd and 9. And that opens up a huge hole for Perry. And he is off to the races. Lincoln Perry takes it to the house.
My boy.
How we doing?
I'm doing good. Yeah. Man, remember, I'm an old man. And the whole podcast thing is new to me, baby. But again, I want to thanks my boy for jumping on this call with me. And
For sure.
yeah, man. Lincoln, I had to have you on here first. If I was going to invite anybody, any of my athletes, any of my kids that I've trained over the years, not only just because of your success, but because of how you did it. You've done it consistently. We are underdogs to our soul. We have beaten the odds so many times. We've won so many times because we were underdogs and because we beat the odds. Let me ask you this. Do you still feel like the underdog every day? And do you still feel like you got to prove yourself every day?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I feel like 100% every day and everything that you do, you should feel like the underdog. But I mean, like, if you go look at, I'll give you a great example, my bowl game. I had a big game in the last week of the season, and then you look at my bowl game, I still didn't start in the bowl game, and I was able to win MVP. So I'm still fighting battles there, and, you just got to always grind. You're never satisfied.
Always. Never satisfied. I told the kids that maybe not even a week ago, man. What is everybody talking about? I'm a dog. I'm a dog. I'm a dog. You know what I mean? You got to be a dog, right? I even think that, did you put that on your background on one of your videos recently? Be a dog.
Yeah, the boss man.
Yeah. But the thing is, everybody want to be a dog, but one characteristic of a dog, they are never satisfied. They're always hungry. Baby boy, my fat daddy, I will feed this fool, and if I'm eating some food in front of him, he's staring at me, ready to eat something.
He always wants more.
How you feel like that translates into your football game, dude?
I feel like it just comes with, competing every single day and never being satisfied. Whether it's in the weight room or on the field, you always want more. I think I had 8 touchdowns this year and 600 yards, but I want 1,000 yards. I want double-digit touchdowns. So there's always something that you can work for. So I mean, we're about to hit the ground running here in our off season, and I'm going to be hungry. I'm going to be hungry for more and get to work.
Absolutely. So, my man, we've obviously together come a very long way. What advice would you give any young athlete, high school? I would say high school, who may have similar story to you. What advice would you give them to just continue to grind, continue to beat the odds? What drives you to do it? And like I said, what advice would you give them to do the same?
The biggest thing that I could tell a high school athlete was don't worry about what's going on around you. Don't compare yourself to other big athletes that are getting all these offers. Don't be at camps thinking about, man, I need this offer, I need that offer. It just goes on to what you taught me when I was growing up and you were training me. Always keep your head down and always keep working, and the offers will come. And if you're good, they'll find you. And
That's
you
right.
weren't kidding, and they were able to find me.
And
a great example, sorry to cut you off, but I didn't get my first offer until week 2 of my senior year. All these kids are expecting to have 20 offers when they're freshman and sophomore in high school. And, it just doesn't work like that. I didn't play on varsity as a true freshman in my high school, so that's a little different. So, I ended up getting 2 offers the second week. It was UT Martin and Austin P of my senior year, and I ended up with like 23 offers. So everybody's story is different, and you just got to keep your head down and keep working.
Buddy, that's so key. That's so important. And that's so vital, man. And that's so much fruit, because I think that's the thing that people miss. Everybody's story is different. No two situations are the same. The problem that a lot of kids get themselves into is Twitter. They see so many kids blessed to receive an offer, blessed to receive an offer, blessed to receive an offer, and it's become so cliche. It becomes a competition, and they measure. I say it all the time. Comparison is the thief of all joy, man. Because if I'm sitting there wondering why they're getting this offer and I'm not, then you get to thinking, well, maybe I'm not worthy of an offer. And this is a big reason why I had to stay in your ear, because I never wanted you to feel that way. Me knowing the way the college football game works and me knowing the attributes that you possessed even back then, it was only a matter of time. You know what I mean? It was only a matter of time. And the more you went on through your senior year, the more you solidified that you are college football worthy. No other story greater than, I will tell the Dan Lanning story. When Dan Lanning at the time was with the University of Georgia, remember?
He was the defensive coordinator there.
And he came to Memphis specifically to see you. And he came into the weight room at Houston. And he watched you bench 315. And then he watched you squat 500. And then he left Houston campus and came over to our facility. Yeah. Watched our workout. Watched us train. Watched you run. Saw your film. Lincoln Perry is everything that we want in a running back. But the University of Georgia doesn't recruit white running backs. And when I tell you that was just as racist as somebody telling me when I was at D1 that D1 wasn't ready for a black face to run our facility. And it made me so upset that I wasn't going to stop working for you to make sure that you got the opportunity that you deserve. You know what I mean? You are fully worthy of going and playing for the number one team in the country. You are worthy of going to play in the SEC, and you proved it. Specifically, one of our highlights of your career was the Whitehaven game. You know what I mean? And they had those three monsters. And all three of them monsters went to the University of Tennessee. And you went toe-to-toe with all three of them. And you got smacked. You got off your butt. You got up. You went out. You got smacked again. I'll never forget the war that you and Bryson Easton had that game. And it was incredible. Absolutely incredible. But that was the best game that I think I've ever seen you play, other than the Whitehaven game your junior year. But you proved that you belonged. You know what I mean? And you proved time and time again that it's not just a cliche that hard work pays off, buddy. You embodied that. You know what I mean? So I'm going to say this. I know I told you yesterday, but I'm going to tell you again just so you hear it from my mouth. And I don't know. I don't want you to get tired of hearing it, because I know when my dad says it to me, every now and then it could get a little stale because I'm just working. It just so happens that the fact that my work is so effective that it really has affected and influenced and has touched a lot of people. So he tells me every day, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Man, Raheem, I just want to let you know, I didn't tell you today, but I'm proud of you. I'm 43 and he still does it. My boy, I'm so freaking proud of you. I don't know what to do, man. You've grown as a man. You've grown as a player. You've always been an awesome young man. We have fought through so much adversity together, and you're still fighting adversity. I'm always on the other end of the phone call. If you ever need me, I needed you for this phone call, and you were on the other end, and you didn't hesitate. I'm still hating on your beard because it's thicker than mine, but it's all good. But I love you, kid, and I want you to know that obviously, just like me, your work isn't done. And I know that you're going to continue to flourish down at Texas State. So just wanted to tell you that, man, and give you your flowers real quick.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate you, man. And I love you too. I give you a lot of credit for being where I am today. You took a kid that wasn't supposed to be a college athlete and said,
What else you got planned for today?
Nothing much. I got some of my teammates coming over. We're all going to grill out and do some mashed potatoes, some greens and stuff like that. And just hang out. We got like 7 days off before we get back on the 13th and get back to work. So we're all just hanging out and everybody's getting their bodies back.
Yeah. Get that rest, dude. I mean, it's well deserved. Y'all finished the season strong, and you know just as well as I do that this is it's time for a new season already. You know what I mean? We don't glorify the wins for a very long time. Now it's time to plan for the next one. So you MVP of the First Responders Bowl. Tell me what that felt like to hear your name called, that you were the MVP of that game.
Man, I almost was speechless when, they gave me the award. Just, I just think about like all the hard days I had coming back from my ACL and all the days in high school that I was training. And I was like, man, like, I don't know if I'm good enough to make it. And, I mean, just being able to stand up there and get that kind of award and being able to have that kind of game was just surreal for me. I was just so blessed. I thank God for having me up there. He helped me through it all. And just thankful to be out there with the team, and I was just happy the team could win the game.
Yeah, man.
It was just great. It was great. It was a great day to be a Bobcat for me.
Yeah, no question. But your humility is off the charts, and I feel like one thing that we have had in common, we will always have in common, is the fact that humility leads us to our successes, because you never want to take too much credit as if you did it alone. You know what I mean? You always give glory to who helped you along the way. At the end of the day, you count our blessings knowing that they come from God himself. And I believe that wholeheartedly, because when you give him credit, when you give him glory, that means that's a full acknowledgement of real gratefulness. You know what I mean? That's a real acknowledgement that, you're grateful to be in the moment, you're humbled to be in the moment, you appreciate the moment that much, you appreciate where it all came from. And the hard work, buddy, over the years has undoubtedly paid off. So once again, big dog, I'm proud of you. You always have a home here. You know what I mean? Like I said yesterday, I got freaking 4 of your jerseys hanging on my walls. Yeah, I know you showed me the Bobcat one yesterday, and I'm ready to put that boy up there too, man. So yeah, big dog.
I'll get it sent to you sooner or later.
All right,
I'll
cool.
sign it up for you.
Anything before we go? Anything that you want to say to encourage anybody who's listening, anybody who's watching this particular conversation, this podcast, to just any words of encouragement at all whatsoever?
I'm gonna leave him with one thing. I'm gonna say a phrase that stuck with me once I got to college. Don't compare, compete. That was a big thing. That was a big thing to have. Don't compare yourself to other people, or other people maybe they play the same position, or you think this guy's getting all these offers because he's better, or you don't think he's as good as you. Just go out there, compete, and prove yourself time and time again. A big thing with me in college football that's the reason why I've been around so long is I just compete in everything I do. I came back from my injury and I competed. I'm trying to. I'm going to pass pro the best. I'm going to run downhill the best. I'm going to run the best route. So just compete, and that'll always take you further than comparing yourself to somebody else, because comparing doesn't do anything but get in your head.
My man, no question at all.
Always compete in everything you do.
That's right. Big dog, go enjoy the rest of your day, man. Continue to get you some rest. Hey, man, I love you, kid, and I'm very, 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 very proud of you. Just keep up the hard work, baby boy. I'm up here watching.
Yes, sir. Love you too, man. I appreciate you.
All right, dog. Talk to you soon.
Yes, sir.